recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we're good.
Alrighty.
As Aaron slinks away.
Yeah. Alright, what's going on, guys? This is probably the second episode of the Not So Round Table podcast.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. It's been a year and a half, 2 years now
Like
since
that,
we did the first one.
But that's kind of what led us here is for the last year, we've been busy doing a lot of other stuff and really been focusing on the shop. I mean, I'm sure y'all have seen the video if you're on our YouTube at all, but almost this time last year, we got the shop and decided that we were going to start running the aftermarket performance garage and doing all that stuff as like a public business. And over the course of the year, we enjoyed it, but at the same time, you work on cars for a living.
Yeah.
And we all had our own stuff. I detail for a living, so I'm here all the time. And we had a couple jobs that just gave us some hiccups. And I think we decided that we're going to kind of go a different direction and kind of go back to what we originally wanted to do.
Yeah, just do media stuff.
Is focus on media. So I think you're going to start seeing a lot more consistent podcasts, videos, stuff like that. I mean, this past year has been fun. It's been a lot of trials, but time to go back to doing stuff that we truly enjoy doing instead of it feeling like we're working nonstop.
It was like we'd go from literally working on cars all day to coming here in the evening and working on more cars, and it just doing aftermarket stuff is great and fun and all, but when you do that on top of other stuff, it turns into another job and it takes the fun away from it. You get burnt out really easily,
And with the issues we had on one of the motor swaps we were doing, we got everything literally into the vehicle, in the Jeep, motors in, thought we were good, and come to find out that it's actually locked up. And it was an issue with the original builder of the engine, had made a couple mistakes. So then we had to completely rebuild the engine, tear it down, put it back together, fix the stuff that was messed up, and order parts. And it was a big waiting game of waiting on parts, waiting on money from the customer, doing X, Y, and Z. And I think it really burned a lot of us out and kind of took the fun out of it because we were stressing over that, trying to get other jobs in because we were stalled out on that one. And it just took a lot of the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's why we kind of sat down the other week ago, 2 weeks ago, and we were just like, all right, guys, we got to change something. It's getting to be too much.
Yep. So this is originally what we planned on doing anyways. We always wanted ESB Performance to be more of a brand, really.
Mm-hmm.
More of something that's a lifestyle and not as much just a business.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still going to be that aspect of it. I mean, to be able to do it full time, there's still got to be money involved. But at the same time, that's where the show and stuff like that comes into effect. And now we can go and really do what we enjoy doing videos, working on our own stuff and not the public's all the time.
Yeah.
As if you don't do that enough as it is.
Tell me about it. Yeah, we were good until I worked on a transit at work. That really. Listen,
yeah, I'm tired of hearing about that.
Don't work on it. It's done, gone finally.
Thankfully.
But don't. If you have a choice, don't ever work on a Ford Transit.
Don't buy a Transit.
You can buy them, just don't work on them yourself because they suck ass.
I feel like that was expensive on the customer side though too.
It was like an extended warranty, so they're fine.
Oh, yeah, it'll work.
Just TWS, they'll be alright.
Oh well, yeah, they paid for that though too.
It's easier when they're paid, but their money goes towards it because
that's true. But I mean, ultimately, so that was like he said. Really, one of the last straws was he was getting super frustrated with that job. Coming here to get frustrated at another job.
It got to a point to where like one night I was like, pissed off.
I'm not working.
That was the night we were supposed to work, and I was like, I'm going home. And then it ended up, I was like, okay, I'm going to come to the shop. I'm not going to work. I'm going to drink. And then we all sat down here. We all started drinking. Yeah. And we all didn't end up working.
Nope, we did absolutely nothing productive.
We pretty much used air compressors just to blow up bottles, and we were all pretty much trashed to the extent, and it was a fun time.
Oh, yeah. We needed it because that was kind of the turning point, too, is we realized, like, that night we had a good time here at the shop that we haven't done in a while. And it made us realize, like, hey, you know what? we haven't had fun. We've been working our asses off for a year, and it's time to get back to doing something that we enjoy. That, yeah, this is going to take a ton of work. It's going to take a ton of time and dedication, but at the same time, it's something that we enjoy and we wanted to do for a long time. I mean, how many times have we all, especially me and you, talked about podcasts? I mean, every trip we go on, we say, hey, we want to do one, but then we just don't take the time to do it, and that's going to change.
Yeah, that's definitely going to change. All the pretty much previous, I guess, trip videos have for more or less been taken down because in those videos, yes, there's a lot of partying and stuff and heavy drinking and stuff, but I mean, like that's we're going to do that. That's one of the reasons
You're still going to see it
trip.
some.
You're going to see it, but you're not going to see it a lot anymore.
We're going to reshift things too. Instead of you seeing us go and all you see for a weekend is us throwing down,
just getting trashed the entire weekend.
Like if we go to a slammed event, and we say, hey, we're going to a slammed event, but then it's 5 minutes of slammed and 45 minutes of us partying. It needs to be the polar opposite of that. And that's where we decided that, hey, you know what? We're going to get extremely media centric, not just the parties, not just the get togethers, not just the events, but like the constant lifestyle of stuff of when we're working on stuff here and hanging out, when we're going out and doing stuff, whenever we're going to events, whether it's our event, whether it's slammed, whether it's Riverside, or even just a local thing, like really bringing our life into it and not just working on cars or partying is really just kind of getting back to doing what we enjoy and bringing y'all along for everything, really.
Yeah. I mean, if you liked all the party stuff, don't worry, it's still going to be there, just not as much. Probably nowhere near as much.
No, probably basically, like I said, like a polar opposite flip of go from the majority of it being partying and videos to the majority of it being an event and us doing stuff, and then have a portion of that. Because I mean, it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
When we go on big trips like that and stuff, that's still our escape from reality for a little bit. So we're still going to party and have a good time and everything, but video wise, we're going to get into the more content side of like, hey, we're going to an event. Let's focus on that event. A lot more of videos of Slam, talking to people at Slammed, stuff like that, and not just us partying.
Yeah.
And we need to dial back the partying too.
Yeah, I mean, the year before last, we partied a lot. Like it was like every weekend we would party. And then last year we partied a decent bit. We mainly partied on our big trips.
Yeah, big trips or big events or holidays, stuff like that. I mean, we'll still do stuff like that.
Shit, we're going to the casino tomorrow night for New Year's, and we're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a lot of money tomorrow night, and I don't need to.
I don't want to talk about the money aspect. Can we need to keep this an upbeat thing? We start talking about money, it's not going to be an upbeat thing. But plus getting back into the gym and all that. And
yeah, today was at least my first day back to the gym in a while, and my arms hurt. They don't hurt yet. They will.
No, yeah, we'll see. So we may have to slip a couple videos of the casino of how David's like upper body is doing.
Yeah, we'll slip a few of them in here. But yeah.
I mean, ultimately, like kind of going back to our big plans and everything, we've spent the past year focusing on the shop. We had our show back in April. That was our second one, and our third one's coming up here in just a couple months. Going back to Northeast State, and I think that's really going to be our big focus this year is media and show. Is especially me and him are going to focus on the media side of things, and then I think Ryan's really going to help us focus on the show side of things. He handles a lot of the kind of, I guess, relations and stuff with, I guess, sponsors and Northeast and stuff like that. And Maddie knows a lot of people at Northeast and stuff. So really going to focus heavy on the show. Very possible we may do a fall show too, since we always do Springfest. Maybe do some type of fall fling or something of that sort.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah. We're going to be going to a lot more car shows this year. Hopefully, we're definitely going to have a vlog of in beginning of April. We're all going down. Not all of us, but we have a group going down to Florida to the Freedom Factory for the Freedom 500, which will be a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of that. Now that one might be more That one might be a party heavy video.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of
there'll be
car stuff at the
stuff.
track and everything, but at the same time, we're 5 minutes from the beach at the house we're staying at.
Yeah.
So there's definitely going to be a beach day.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be hanging out at the house, and so that'll be an interesting one that I know none of us have ever been down to the Freedom Factory, so it's going to be a first for us and going to be something that we've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah.
Really, since Cletus really started announcing, like, hey, we've got the track and hosting events.
Yeah, the big thing that pushed to go down there this year is because he's not coming to Bristol this year, so we're like...
And that was something we always look forward to.
He's been preaching. I mean, the race is on his birthday weekend, so it's going to be a crazy race. So we were like, what better year to go than this year? So here we are. But I'm not going to dwell too much on that because then we'll just basically advertise it for him.
True.
But
I would say also on top of kind of car things and future things, I just joined Envious.
Mm-hmm.
So
finally got this dude that's going.
It's only taken like a year and like 20 people asking, hey, when's it going to happen? When are you going to join?
Yeah,
so.
But in his defense, it's hard to find stuff for the Civic, the 10th Gen SI Coupe. Yes. There's a lot of stuff for sedans, just no coupes.
Yep, sedans, hatchbacks, there's everything you could possibly want. You get into the coupe, and up until this year, there was nobody that made hardly anything. No aero, headlights, taillights are still non-existent. Like, you literally cannot find taillights for the coupe.
Yeah, it kills me. You're SOL there.
Yeah, but so that will definitely be going and taking y'all along with some of that stuff, going to meets with them, hangouts with them. Pretty cool group and everything. I'm sure you've seen them in some of our videos before, but just kind of keep growing with that and kind of just run with everything.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. And I mean, obviously, if you guys have anything that we're going to be doing that you'll see us get into, if you have anything you want us to do, any videos, like you have any ideas for us to make that you'd like to see, just, I mean, leave it in the comments and let us know because we'll be more than happy. We're more than happy to take any constructive criticism that y'all have.
And I mean, we know we're not the only ones that are into a little bit of everything. I mean, we've got gun stuff, tactical gear, cars, trucks, Jeeps, off-road videos.
Video
we're going on that trip.
I doubt it.
I'm thinking so too.
I really doubt it.
Too much stuff going on. But, I mean, there's going to be off-road trips this year. There's going to be a lot more tactical stuff. There's going to be a lot more video game stuff. I would say, I mean, Tarkov just wiped. We'll get into that later on. But, I mean, video games, streaming, a little bit of everything. We're wanting to really kind of broaden our horizons more than we have in the past year.
Yeah.
So now that we're not focusing on the shop 24/7, so we have a little bit more time on our hands to focus on getting back to doing this.
Yeah, and I mean, not only focus back onto this, but I mean, it's going to give us some peace of mind to do our own thing. Like, I mean, we all have girlfriends and stuff, so we can go out with them and stuff. Gives us a chance to actually live like our lives.
Because I mean, even when, like, at least speaking for myself here, like the past year, at least we'll say past 6-8 months, especially since I started detailing. I mean, I was here every day, but then on top of that, there was nights that we'd be here till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I mean, then I'm there 12, 14, 16 hours, and then on top of that, I'm having to work on ads for the shop, ads for detailing. So it's like there was never really a break from focusing on shop. Mm-hmm. So it took a lot of the stuff that we would want to do and enjoyment and stuff out of everything.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, we're not done doing customer stuff.
No, not at all.
If anyone has a lift or anything that they want us to do, they want to get us a price, like just let us know. We're gonna do jobs by I don't know how to put it back, but it turns selection only. Mm-hmm. Like if someone comes to us, hey, you want to do a lift kit? If we want to do it or we're too busy doing media stuff at the moment, we're gonna be like, no, we can't.
But if we have some
downtime, we'll do it. I mean,
because at the end of the day, we all still enjoy working on vehicles.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to give us time to be able to work on our own too. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to happen with your Accord after you decided to hit an old man.
The old man hit me, damn it. Listen.
Do we want to go down that rabbit hole?
We can. Long story short, at least I'm sober, so I'm not going to be cussing too much about it. But long story short, I was on my way home from work. I was making a right onto my road. old man made a left to go onto the main road, came into my lane, hit my driver front corner, which obviously it ruined the bumper, ruined fog light. Not really ruined one of the headlights. I think ruined a headlight basically.
Yeah, the casing of it.
Ruined a fender, messed up a wheel.
I mean, it was only about $5,000 worth of damage.
Yeah,
was a nightmare too.
Was a nightmare, but cool thing is we got it to where everything's gonna get fixed and stuff, and not only that is I'm able to do some more stuff to my car. I've got some accessories I've already got sitting at the house waiting to go in the car, and then once the car gets done at the body shop, I'm going to be bagging it, so that's going to be cool. You'll see that video, so that's going to be a process because none of us has ever done that. I'm going to have to phone a friend and envy us for that.
Yeah.
But it'll be bagged and get away from that static life. Static life's great, but it does beat the shit out of your car, especially when you're especially when you're really low. And it just degrades the car over time.
I've already, whenever we went out the other night, when I was with Emily and Cameron.
You about tear your splitter off or your...
We scraped it a few times, and it was because the Cameron's like, hey, go park over here. And then as I was like pulling in, I realized that, hey, that's got a really steep grade into it. I was like, oh no, this isn't good. I would say, just for background information on that, I would say kind of the last thing before I joined Envious was I put a new grill and front splitter onto the SI. And I mean, I've drug before, like going into dads and stuff. Like it still scrapes. It's always been low, but now it's 2 inches lower.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun stuff. Lowered car life's great, just not for your vehicle.
Yeah.
But there'll be plenty of. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff of mods to do to my car. We've also got the Toyota. That there's a lot of stuff that both like off-road related stuff and kind of like quality of life and tactical stuff that we're wanting to do.
I'm excited for the tactical stuff.
Yes, I mean it's gonna be like it's no Hilux. I wish it was, but
or an OG Land Cruiser. I wish we had one of those.
Dude, the things I would do. I want one so bad, but yeah. But so we've got some big plans of kind of setting it up so that it's kind of our tactical rig, but at the same time gonna do like a solid axle swap and like actual like race style bucket seats, harnesses, all that, so that we don't die.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm a camera guy on off road trips, so I'm out of the vehicle most of the time, anyways. But
still,
yeah, still.
Yeah. Get a cage, and there's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I mean, we've got an endless amount of stuff that we're gonna be doing. I mean, we've got your vehicle, big projects. We've got both of mine, mainly the truck. Ryan should be getting his transmission back here soon.
Allegedly.
We've heard that for the past, month and a half?
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, who knows? I think his transmission just decided to disappear, but we won't talk about that.
And we've got an axle swap on, as you guys probably already saw in the YouTube video, we got Madison's axles.
Yep.
God, so that was so fucking cold that day.
Enough to turn Ryan purple. And nearly kill him.
That's probably how he got.
That's why he has pneumonia now.
Yeah, Ryan has pneumonia, so hopefully that'll be.
Poor boy. He's been sick literally for over a month straight now.
He's got so many youngins in that house.
Yeah, they're bringing stuff in and
love them to death.
Oh yeah, but he's getting sick all the time.
Yeah.
I know he's tired of it.
Oh yeah. He texted us the other day. He was like, "Guys, I'm so tired of being sick."
I'm sick of being sick.
Like, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Oh, that got real loud. Oops. Sorry, guys. Might blow your eardrums on that one a little bit. Huh?
No, I turned down the gain. I had it turned up just a little bit.
Yeah, but all in all, I mean, I'm excited. I really am. I mean, I'm excited to see what this year's going to hold. I mean, we've got endless amount of plans, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the background too. I mean, with us planning everything and kind of behind the scenes stuff. But I'm excited to focus on media. I mean, that's always something I've been passionate about and loved, was running a camera and videos and stuff. And now I've gotten you into it where you really enjoy it, and it's something that we can do. So there's endless ideas of stuff that we can do or planning to do. And like he said, if there's anything that you see that, hey, maybe we're flirting on the edge of like, hey, you want to see this specific video that we haven't focused on, or you see a piece of gear or a car or something that you want like a deep dive into, just let us know. I mean, we're more than happy to dive into something or branch out. I mean, we're into a little bit of everything. So if there's anything you guys want to see or think that even if it's something we're not into but you think we might enjoy, let us know.
Yeah.
We're down to try it. So We also got our poker nights that need to start back. We hadn't done one of those in a bit.
Yeah. We have poker nights. We've only had one where we go out.
We've had several trips.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a real one, I
Right,
guess, after we finally got this poker mat here. But yeah, we get a group and we go out, we drink a while and have dinner, and then come back, have poker nights. I don't know if we'll ever videotape that, but
maybe.
we
We'll
might.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see. And if Cameron can survive and not decide to get sick in my car on the way here.
I can't believe that was the poker night.
And we hadn't even made it to the poker night yet. We had literally just we had been at the casino for like an hour and a half, and then we went 8. And then it was, because we were on the way here. Yeah.
No, we went 8. We went to casino first.
Uh-huh.
We went 8, and then we came back here.
Yeah. So it was on the way from Walk-Ons at the Pinnacle to here, because it was right as you passed Trailblazers, right there. Like, about the time we were passing Trailblazers, I got you might want to pull over, and by the time I registered, it was game over. Like, I hadn't even had a chance to, like, hit the brakes and pull off yet. But
yeah, don't throw up in
people's cars. Yeah, but it happens. I mean, we've all done it. We've all had those nights. Some of us more than others.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, what else you want to jump into? So we kind of talked about the initial plans. I mean, do we want to anything new coming up for you that you wanted to jump into?
Damn, I just went blank. As soon as you asked
The
me the questions, I just went blank.
Killing me. I'm waiting.
What about you?
I don't know. I think that at least the big thing for me is I'm going to keep focusing on the detail stuff, but I'm also going to kind of branch off into probably finding another full-time job. I kind of quit a really good job, but it was also a very stressful job. Right after we got the shop, we were probably 4 months into the shop, I left that job and started detailing full-time. And I love it, but as I'm sure anybody that's ever tried to grow a business stuff, you know that it takes time. And I was at a place in life where I had the opportunity to really be able to like take a chance on it. And I'm going to still do it, but I think it's going to take a little bit of a back burner for a little bit, where I wasn't quite making the money that I was expecting, which it's just part of growing a business and everything. And I'm still going to do it on the background, on the side, and I've got a handful of customers that I do regularly and stuff, and try to continue to grow it on the backside, but I'm probably going to try to find something a little bit more consistent, I guess.
Right.
So that'll take up a little bit of time, but should be able to free me up monetarily to be able to kind of do more stuff like this, get more camera gear, get more tactical stuff, plenty of tactical stuff, fun,
Hell, I'm all set up now. I've got everything I need.
Yeah, you finally gotten to that point. You surpassed me.
Yeah.
Now we just need to build your gun armory up a little bit.
Yeah.
Get your precision gun. That's what you need next.
I want to get a precision 1022. Oh,
I like that. I was mad the other day. Well, you didn't even talk to me, and all of a sudden you bought a rifle.
No, I went on the Matco tool truck at work, and I looked. There was a Ruger Precision 22.
That was on the Matco truck.
Yeah, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "What's this for?" He's like, "Oh, we're doing a raffle," and I'm like, "Huh, that's cool."
Did you enter it?
No, because I was like, "When?" He was like, "When was the deadline?" And he was like, "Oh, it was Christmas," and I was like, "Thanks for fucking telling me, dude," because I would have entered that. But
yeah, you sent me that. I got all excited. I'm like, ooh, ideas.
Yeah,
that is something we've talked about for a while. As far as not to branch too much into the tactical side in this one, but
it's a little plinking gun.
I've got a 22, little 1022 that I want to build out. We've talked about getting some like doing rimfire precision. It's a lot easier to do, especially around here. Because I mean, I've got a 6.5 precision gun. You've probably seen bits and pieces during range days and stuff, but around here, kind of hard to find a range where you can really stretch a precision gun out. I mean, 200 yards, that thing is like shooting a pistol at 5 yards. Like it's not what it's designed for. It's fun to shoot. It's expensive to shoot, but there's a couple ranges within a couple hours that will probably make some trips and stuff too. But whenever I only want, will you quit making so much damn noise?
Trying to finish my protein.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. But we'll make some trips, but it's hard with just one precision rifle. It's not as fun as to have 2 or 3 out there. So But if we got into 22 precision, 100 yards with the 22 is a lot different than 100 yards with a 6.5.
Yeah.
So you get out 300 yards with the 22, and that's a poke.
Yeah.
So.
And we have plenty of room for that.
Easily. So. That's some stuff we'll jump into. I mean, there's plenty of different options and everything. So.
We'll get. We're filming we're filming a podcast where we're going to talk about stuff, and we'll get into a little bit more in depth of what we're going to do. Like, for example, I've got this Tacticon.
Yep.
Predator V4 on my pistol, and
which obviously is basically a replica of.
It's a replica of the Trijicon SRO. Yeah. Is it? No. Yes. Yeah. Yes, SRO, and it has the reticle of like a Holosun
50 or no 407. I don't know. One of the Holosuns.
Whatever, but I'm gonna basically. I mean, I got it on sale. I got it for like $70 or something. But basically, we're gonna beat the fuck out of it and see if it holds up.
Awesome.
Is it mid or is it not mid?
Because, I mean, we've gotten some Tacticon stuff. We've done some comparisons with it. We'll probably do some more here soon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have a video of them
beating the
hell out of it.
Yeah, they're beating the shit out of it. But we want to do stuff like that, like mid versus not mid. Yeah. Like, we want to test stuff from a consumer's point of view, not the manufacturer's. Yeah. Like,
anybody can make a video look good and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff out there that there's sometimes that you need to pay the money, and it's worth every penny spending a lot of money to be able to get something that's going to last. And then sometimes there may be times, like if this works, that it's all right to kind of cut some corners and go a little bit cheaper and invest that into training ammo or whatever the case may be.
But we're not going to. This is strictly. This podcast is, or at least this episode is strictly for how we've changed the stuff. We're not going to get into that yet. We'll get into that stuff later, because that's been a topic that at least the past year or so I've been super into.
Yeah, but went down all sorts of rabbit holes. We'll get into that in probably one of the next couple episodes. We'll jump in. We're going to probably kind of section things up. And we're going to do a couple of different podcasts, and y'all let us know what you like. Going to do some that are shorter, like this one, 20, 30 minutes, talking about maybe specific things. Maybe it's gear, maybe it's video games, whatever the case may be, cars, events. And then we may do some we're going to do some where we bring other people on, and they may be a little bit longer form, 45 minutes, hour, stuff like that, and really see what everybody likes. So.
And, I mean, hell, honestly, we'll have some podcasts. How much time do you get left?
I got about a minute and a half.
We'll have some podcasts where, we more or less, I mean, it'd be like our old party videos where we're just going to sit here, drink, and just bullshit.
Goof off. Yeah. Because, I mean, we want everybody to really see us, who we are, what ESB stands for, and just everything about us. I mean, like I said, it's a brand, it's a lifestyle thing that we want to bring y'all along for a little bit of everything that we do. And, I mean, we do a lot.
We do a lot.
And it gets expensive. But anywho, anything else you want to do before we wrap up? Like I said, got about a minute left.
No, I just hang on and enjoy the ride for the most part.
Yep.
We'll do some cool stuff.
Yeah, I would say so. Y'all keep an eye out. Like I said, now that we're really focusing on it, we're going to be a lot more consistent. Probably podcast every week or so. Probably do some videos every week, every other week. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Stuff like that, and definitely give us a like if you can. Any comments that you've got, subscribe to everything, because we need all the help we can get, but want to see just how far we can take this thing.
Yeah.
So I guess on that note, we will catch you guys on the next one, and we will see you on the next Not So Roundtable podcast.
Peace.
Adios.